Hello, this one is The Optimistic Gardener, and I must admit, it's not entirely fictional. The Optimistic Gardener. I'm growing a plant. I found it in a pot on the back of my table. I don't know where it came from or what it is, but I have high expectations of it. My table is situated at the bottom of the garden and based on the legs of an ancient dining table that was being thrown out. The veneered top disintegrated in the rain long ago and has been replaced with old floorboards. I use it for growing on cuttings and such. Over a period when I was unwell, everything got a bit out of hand, and afterwards, when I started feeling better, I came to clear the table up and found the plant at the back. It was in a special-looking red pot, not a flower pot. There was no drainage hole, and it was swimming in water. The poor plant looked most unhappy. I wasn't sure at first that it wasn't some sort of weed that had survived the original plant, but I tipped the stinking water out and repotted it in a decent soil and a pot with drainage, and it flourished. By autumn it had grown considerably, but that winter it almost died. Luckily, it was a fairly mild winter, and bits of it survived. I've stood it in the greenhouse every winter since, and even then I'd get some dieback. It's quite tender. It's also susceptible to drying out. I put it in quite a decent-sized pot, but it still needs watering little and often, or the leaves droop. And it doesn't like wind either. When I bring it out of the greenhouse in the spring, I have to do it very carefully, showing it the outside on fine days only and getting it back indoors well before the evening gets chilly. So much care needed convinces me that I'm not growing on some random weed. Say what you will of weeds, and I've heard things said that were almost as nasty as the things I say about slugs. Weeds are hardy, and they withstand drought and wind. It's quite a pretty plant in a quiet sort of way. It turned into a regular little bush over the years, with a woody stem that's a pleasant khaki green, easy on the eye. The leaves are sparse and grow at intervals round and round the twigs, rather than forming bunches on the end. They're shaped like the head of a spear. You know, the sort of spearhead they call leaf-shaped. A greyish green, they go well with the stem, in an understated sort of way. I'm trying to talk it up. In truth, it's a bit boring. This gives me hope. Why would anyone grow a plant this tender and this boring unless there's something spectacular at the end of it? After all, wisteria can take 7 years to flower. Thank you. I shall get back to my garden. Bye-bye. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and then you will get to notice new videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.